Welcome back. This is Barry with Cryptics ABC for All. This is tutorial 5A and we will be discussing a trick called last. What is the last trick? Well, you simply have to omit or use the last letters in a word or words. For example, here's the one for you to look at. Remove last wine to gain. That's the clue. Remove last wine to gain. Now, remove last, you can see there is the flag. Remove is there as well. The last actually by itself would say remove or add or take. However, remove last, they often go together. Remove last. Now, what does it mean? Well, it means remove the last letter in wine. If you remove that, you're left with win, which is a synonym for the key gain. And there's your answer, win. That's how it works. That's the last trick in operation. Flags are last, end, final, rear. It doesn't get used that often, but you will see it, so you have to know it. Steps in solving cryptics again. Don't forget, ignore the overall meaning, and what you're really after is guess the key and a synonym to fit. If you can spot that immediately, jump straight on it and do the other stuff later, if you can see it. Okay, here we go. Taunting is slowing down after last night. All right, we have 7 spaces with an E. Okay, pause this video and see what you can do. Okay, solved it now? Let's see. Looking at the clue itself, is there a flag? Looks like. There's an after and a last. Looks like 2 flags there. After would be a charade flag, we think, or it could be, and last could be a last flag. Okay, it could be 2 tricks in operation here. So, those would probably apply to the, well, maybe, I'm assuming they apply to night. Last night could be the T. Well, okay, so I'm going up here for the key. My first stab, it could be wrong. I could be up the creek. Night could be the key too. Don't know, but anyway, I'm assuming this is it. Taunting. All right, what's taunting? Give me a 7-letter synonym for taunting with an E second. I'm sure you've got it, haven't you? A 7-letter synonym for taunting. Taunting a kid in the playground. Yeah, you all know what that is. It is, yes, teasing. Teasing. Okay. Done. Teasing. Now, how do we prove it? Well, after, charade, last. Now, night is going to be a fodder, and slowing down is going to be a fodder. And looks like those 2 fodders combined, one will be after the other in a charade. The last night, of course, is going to be the T. So, if that's going to be the omission or last that we're using, there it is there. There's your T. All we got to do is prove the teasing is correct. Slowing down, is that easy? Slowing down, of course, is easing. There it is. So taunting, which is teasing, is actually easing after T. Done. We've done it. We've proved that teasing is the answer. And what have we used? We used a charade and a last. Done. Okie dokie. That should be black. Stick with my procedure. Keeping it black. Okay, next one. Top gun or tail race. We have only 3 spaces. This shouldn't be too bad. 3 spaces. Looking at the clue. Over to you. Have a pause now, see if you can get it. Okay, back again. Top gun or tail race? Righto, flags. Tail. Could be a last trick. Could be a last flag. Tail race. Right, what's it refer? We don't know whether it refers right or whether it refers left. I'm going to have a stab at Top Gun for the key. Okay, Top Gun. Oh, well, Top Gun is. What's a Top Gun? You can either have a Western hero or you have a pilot. And in a pilot situation, the Top Gun is yes, the ace. How does that work here? Tail race? Ha! What's the tail of race? You can see how it's not just one letter, it's going to be 3 letters. There's the tail of race, down there. So we've got the ace coming at us, finished. So we proved that ace is correct by simply using the last trick. Okay, done. Next one. Taylor reviewed end of day for percentage of books revenue. 7 spaces with a Y last. Okay, pause, see if you can do it. Okay, how'd you go? All smiling now? Got it done? Good. Righto. Let's see what the clue offers. Taylor review. The reviewed could well be an anagram flag. Maybe. Reviewed. End of day. I know there's a book called, or movie called End of Day, End of Days or something. But I think in Cryptics that end means last. It's a last trick, I think. All right. End of day. Taylor is a name. So it won't be the key. It'll be a fodder. It'll be involved, but it won't be the key. Not usually, anyway. Righto. So all that means that down this end is going to be your key. Books maybe percentage of books revenue. All right. What's the percentage of books revenue? What do you call that? If you get a percentage of a book's revenue, which of course is ongoing all the time, and it is you know what that is, don't you? It is a royalty. Yes, it's a royalty. Okie dokie. How do you prove it? Well, Taylor reviewed, if you anagram Taylor, Royalt, there's only one thing missing. This is Y. Now, where's the Y? Where's the Y come from? Well, it comes from end of day. It comes from end of day. And there's the end of day. There's your Y there. So we have it. I think we proved that the answer is royalty. How do we prove it? What do we use? Anagram and last. End of story. Okie dokie. Rightio. Next one. Oh, there's some words here. We better look at this. See what I said way back whenever I did it. Reviewed. All right, note. Review does not link to end of day. Yes, see, if you look at the overall meaning now, you don't dare do it beforehand. Look at it now. Taylor reviewed end of day. You would think that they're reviewing the anagram, if it's going to be an anagram, is going to be at the end of day. In fact, it's not. The overall meaning suggests that, but of course it's not a sentence. Ignore any overall phrasing or meaning. That looks like a phrase, reviewed end of day, but it's not the phrase. This is the phrase here. The tailor's been reviewed, not the end of day. This is the thing you must not take, excuse me, you must not take any notice of the apparent phrasing or meaning of the clue. Okay, next one. Venus and Serena resist playing the doubles final. Venus and Serena, right. 7 spaces with an S. Over to you. See what you can do. Okay, back now, and we've got looking at the clue. What do we see? Well, I can see playing as a possible anagram flag. Okay, so I'll mark that as a possible anagram flag. Playing, and the doubles final. Now, I know the doubles final is a doubles final in tennis. It's the last match. However, in Cryptics, that final could well be a last flag. Okay, so two possible flags there. All right. There, let's see if that's a flag down there. The key's up here. Well, fancy that. There is two names which are the key. Very unusual. Of course, they're very famous tennis players, and it can happen. However, at this stage, we think, what can that possibly be? Well, what are they? We know who they are. They're tennis players, champion tennis players, and resist playing. Playing anagram, we're probably therefore the doubles final. Final refers to doubles, I think, and playing refers to, well, it looks like it could refer to resist. And so this looks like being the key, as we said. I might underline that. Right, so what are Venus and Serena? Besides being tennis players, they are, yeah, they are sisters. Of course they are sisters. How do you prove that? Well, resist, if we anagram resist, you can get S-I-S-T-E-R. All we don't have is the S. All right? Where does the S come from? The doubles final. Yeah, there's the doubles. The last letter in doubles is the S. So there's your doubles final. Notice it's not a doubles final, is it? It's the last word, the last letter in the word final. So there it is. We proved it, sisters. What do we use? We use an anagram and a last trick. And that's all we use. And it's proved. Okay, and the last one here. Pretending to be stimulating when you abandon last post. Abandon the last post. Now, of course, don't listen to the meaning. Get off that straight away. We have 10 spaces with an M. Away you go. See what you can do. Or don't go away. Just pause the video. Okay. What did we come up with? Looking at the clue. Pretending to be stimulating when you abandon last. Well, last looks like a last flag. Abandon last. Oh, I suppose that could be the whole thing. Omit the last letter. That could be the whole flag. Yeah, looks like, oh, there's just two there. Abandon last. I think that probably could well be one. Omitting the last. So it could just be an omission. Not omission, it could just be a last trick. I'd be inclined not to put those two quotes in there. Abandon last looks like the overall flag. So if that's the case, and last post, well, if it refers to last post, if that is a fodder, the last post is going to be the T. Okay? But of course, I'm digressing. What we should be looking at is the key, pretending. Pretending. Pretending to be stupid. No, I think pretending. We'll go for pretending first. Right, what's pretending? Pretending. Pretending to be, is it? Could be pretending to be. Pretending to be. Right. If you're pretending to be something, yes, if you're pretending to be something or somebody or something or some person, you are, yes, it's a hard one. I can see that. You can see it's a double star. I do have a synonym for that, which is what I prefer to do if I can get it. Go straight to the synonym. However, suppose you don't have it. All right, let's look up here. Stimulating is going to be a fodder, and post is a fodder. Last post is the T. All right, and now if you abandon the T, there's two T's there. Yes, I think we abandoned the first T. Why? Because if you abandon that first T, your M comes in third, see? SIM. And of course the whole word is then simulating, which is pretending to be. Simulating something. Done. We've proved that the answer is in fact simulating. And what do we use? We simply use a last trick. Okay, end of story. Okay, end of that. And by the way, if you would subscribe, you don't need to put your name in. It tells me that they are interested. And that would encourage me to do more puzzles. If I know people are interested, I'll keep doing them. If they're not interested, of course, then there's no point. Okay? So let me know by subscribing. All exercises, of course, are taken from Lovett's Cryptic Crosswords. Okay? Hope you enjoyed that. We'll see you next time.